to another episode of the Intellectual Airheads podcast, starring me, Kelly McKee, and Riddick. I need to think ahead.
It's okay. It's fine. It's me, Amanda Katz.
The witch. She's just always a witch. Tyra's mom, Gemini Queen. Those are my favorite ones.
Thank you. Yeah, I love
Tyra's
those.
mom.
I love those ones too. Recently, the past few days, I just look at her and I'm like, I say it out loud. I'm like, I need you to understand how much I love you. And like, also for some reason, it's been like tripping me out recently too that she's just like an alive
don't even get me
being.
started.
Just like, I'm like, you're like my girl, but like I can't believe you're like alive.
No, it's
and like
so
you're
weird.
a thing.
I know, it's so weird. Like when you think about animals outside, and it's like that's like an animal outside in my house. Speaking of, my cat won't stop. I think I should just let her in. We're gonna have Stormy, maybe.
It sounded like you just said we're gonna have Stormy, baby. It's Stormy, baby.
Her father decided to give her some attention. Like, geez.
On my way here, I saw a dad and a son going across the street on their one wheels. And I was like, that is so going to be Ian. And I, for some reason, like at that moment was like, Kelly's 100% going to have a boy. Like, I have a feeling you'll probably have a girl too, but I just know you're going to have a boy.
I know. And like, the thing is, okay, this is turning into a wanting to be moms podcast. Every single episode. But I know. And the good thing about it is like, I only like one girl name. But I don't know. I mean, I think because that's like the same, like when I babysit, like I just love little girls. I love little girls.
Yeah.
But like when I was at camp, like all of the counselors were girls and then the camp manager was a guy. And I was like the only one that really like vibed with the boys. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
I like so see it.
Yeah, no, I see it too. But I know when we were back to Tyra, when we were at your house for Christmas, we went outside for something and she was sitting up in your window.
Yeah.
And Ian's like, "Oh, hello, Tyra." And I was like, oh.
She's like a Halloween decoration during that time of year, like when she sits in the window. But yeah, it's really cute when I come home
people
and
probably see her all the time sitting in the window.
Well, she's been really wanting to go outside, and I like sometimes feel sad because I'm like, are you sitting staring out the window because you want to be out there?
Oh.
But I think cats just love sitting at windows.
Did she go outside? Yeah, because they like the sunlight, I think.
I mean, she does it in the dark too.
Didn't she come outside when we were there?
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's the best. Like, she's just seriously like the sweetest little pumpkin pie I've ever met.
Pumpkin pie. Oh my gosh, I meant to bring my camcorder down here so I could show everybody. I got a camcorder for Christmas.
Yeah, we might be vlogger girls now too. If like you haven't seen enough content of us, like we're gonna start vlogging.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be in the format of just putting them into the episodes.
Yeah, true.
Tea.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start watching on YouTube.
Secrets revealed. I love saying that because at the end of every like Bravo season, they'll do like a secrets revealed episode, and so I don't know why. That's just like I love that wording.
Yeah, I do like that wording too, even though I don't know the Bravo reference.
Okay, so what's going on?
I don't know.
I feel like it's been so long since we recorded that I can't. Like, and so much has happened. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, we haven't recorded since I was in Keystone.
Yeah.
I mean, the Christmas vibes are kind of like over now, but I had the best Christmas Wonderland trip. Just figured I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, it looked really cute, the place you stayed. And now I'm really excited for our Winter Wonderland trip.
Oh, yeah. We just booked another Winter Wonderland trip.
Yeah, we're going to go to Breck. That's where when I was just saying the vlog thing, I was like, we could just record that whole thing and like cut clips and like make it a thing, and it'll be really fun. But yeah, the place that Taylor booked like seems so cute. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. I just love a little vacay.
I just love being in the mountains. Like when I am out there in the winter, it's like this is like all I need in my life.
It feels like a fairy tale. Like it feels like not real.
It does. And I like, you know how people always be like beaches or mountains, but like I think that a winter mountain ski trip is a better vibe than a beach summer trip, which is crazy to say.
That. Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of crazy to say, but I feel like it's because like what you're saying, when I'm in the mountains and it's winter wonderland, I'm like, this is so unfamiliar to me and so magical. Where like no matter what fucking beach I'm at, if it's hot and I'm at a beach, I feel like Florida. I'm like, this is, and I love that feeling too, because it feels very like, this is like my roots. Like, this is who I am. Like, this is what I mesh with really well in a way too, but more so in like a grounding way, where mountains are also very grounding for me, but it's just more grounding in a way of like, life is magical.
Yes, I agree. When I go to beach places, it's kind of cool because I do feel like I like reconnect with like my childhood, and I'm just like, I know this stuff so well. Like, it's just so familiar.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not, and that's like has its own specialness to it. But I, like you said, like I think the newness of the mountains is just so fun.
Yeah, and then like when we were there recently, I was like, we were driving around and I was just like, I can't believe that this is like starting to feel normal for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird that I don't feel totally uncomfortable in these, what the fuck is the word? In this
terrain, scenery.
Yeah, like, yeah, scenery. Whatever. Because I think that like, I don't know. I didn't know if we should talk about skiing and snowboarding this episode, but it's I have a lot to say.
Okay.
I just feel like it's really hard and it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's really hard.
It's really
I like
hard.
don't understand how people just expect to like come on a vacation and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go launch myself down this mountain. And I'm like, I get there is some people, because one of Liam's friends is coming to visit, and I was kind of like, I can't wait for him to get humbled on the mountain. And then I was like, actually thinking about his athletic capability, and like he skateboards and he does all this stuff. I'm like, he probably isn't even gonna get humbled and is gonna be able to do it like really easily.
And if you're not scared to go fast, you're already so ahead of the curve. Like if you're one of those people that like you're adrenaline junkie, you love feeling fast, like you're probably gonna be fine. Like you're probably one of those people it's made for. But like, I just can't explain how skiing is so against my personality type, but I'm married into a ski family. I'm gonna have ski kids, and like, I'm not like, I literally saw a TikTok say that said it perfectly, where it's like, this is my life and I'm not about to have FOMO for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I've spent plenty of time on Ian's family ski trips at the lift, not at the lift.
At the lodge.
At the lodge.
Yeah.
Like, just waiting for everyone to be done. And like, I know how it feels. So I want to have the ability so that I have it. But I was saying to Ian after this season, I don't know if I'm going to be like getting season passes every year.
It just makes it so worth it to get the pass. Like if you go a few times, then it's paid off. I know. And we're going to see. I'm taking another lesson. I was like really reading about it, because the problem is like, well, you guys don't have a lot of problems, which I'm working on 2025, to not share all my problems all the time, because everyone doesn't need to know. Like, everyone does not need to know everything I'm struggling with at all times, you know? I don't know. I like to know like where my friends' heads are at.
Well, you'll probably know.
Yeah, but like, I mean, just in general, like even the thing I was asking you about the other day, like I want to know like how you're feeling, like what's going through your head, so like I can show up in the way that like is best for you.
Yeah.
And I think that that's fine. Like maybe not talking about them all the time.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
But I don't think you should not share.
I mean, I don't know if there's a world where I don't share.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
But it's just more so like, I don't know, like on Christmas, I was just like, oh my God, did I spend the whole day talking about my morning sickness? Like, I just need to like not talk about that all the time. But back to the skiing. I have my scoliosis, so like that makes the body unilateral movements. That's why I tried snowboarding at first, because I knew this was going to be a hurdle, and I was like, but snowboarding's horrible, so for me. And then I also have anxiety. So it's like the physical body is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and the mental brain is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But like, I really think that the lessons will just help with the confidence so much. And
Agreed.
I literally am taking a beginner lesson. So like, it's not like I'm going to be the worst one.
Yeah.
Like if I'm the worst one, it's going to be so bad, because it'll just knock my confidence down, and I'll be like, I suck. I just need to stop.
I don't even think that's going to be like a thing in the lesson. Like I think you just are going to talk to your instructor about like what you want to work on, and then they're just going to do it. Like it's not going to be like who's the worst and who's the best.
I know,
like,
but you know that's how I am. I'm like, oh my God, everybody's so much better than me. I'm the worst. I suck.
No way.
But
no
it's
way.
fine.
That's like not even going to be a thing.
And then also the other thing is not riding all day. Like I feel like, again, like my introduction was like from Ian's family going on these ski trips, and like they would go from 9 to 4
I don't understand.
every day.
I don't understand.
Every day, and I'd be sitting there at the lodge, like maybe one day they'll end early. So like in my mind, that's how you ski.
Yeah.
And like if you're and it's so expensive that like I've had so much guilt leaving the mountain early, and now I'm over that. I'm so over that. I'm like, everyone can
Another
do
reason
it.
to get a season pass.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. You're right. But I don't know. It's so expensive, and I'm like, But if we keep staying out there,
I don't understand how people go from 9 a.m. to like 4. Like, I really, really, really don't get it, because, and I need to become more aware of this. Once I stop like midday to like eat something and maybe get a little shot ski or something, I don't want to go back out.
see,
I get so tired, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so nice just chilling here.
Well, that was something I noticed on the mountain because, okay, so as I was saying, like, I'm kind of a nervous skier. Like, I will tell everyone, we are going on greens only. And everyone's like, Kelly, you can do a fucking blue. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm doing the greens. And so it was our first run back. And I was like, Ian, like, we're obviously doing greens. He's so fine with that because he's the best in the world. Somehow we ended up doing a blue on the first fucking run. And I probably had to stop 5 times on that schoolroom run because I was so exhausted. But every time I stopped, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, you just need to keep going because it's like, you just want to fall to the ground when you stop, when you feel that tired. And I'm taking the cardio Pilates classes now because of that. I was like, I need to work on something here. And I was noticing the same thing because like it's so hard to explain what this class is, but you're laying on your back jumping off the board, and it was the exact same sensation in your legs that you get
good.
where it's
That's
just like
good.
so fatigued on the cellular level, like I was saying to you, and like.
No, because it's not like you're even out of breath or anything. It's like I feel like I could just fall asleep standing up right now. Like I'm just like.
No, like I said, after skiing, you literally feel like a dog that's been tired out. Like, you know, when like your dog plays all day or your kid goes to the beach and plays all day and it's like, oh, they're going to tucker it out. Like they're going to be so. That's exactly what I feel like.
I kind of love it. That
I
feeling,
love it.
Though, when you like get home, and when I used to have a bath and I'm like so tired after skiing and was cold all day, and like just you like get in a hot bath and just like relax or like watch a movie. It's almost like that post beach. Yeah. Like laying down and watching a movie after and it's so nice.
I know my bathtub at that place it really wasn't the nicest bath, but I literally I would take anything. I would have gotten in a deep sink.
Kelly, that was really funny. Snowboarding, like when we stop, it's just like hard to get going again. Like once I'm in the flow of it, I'm like, I want to just keep cruising because I'm flowing and I feel good. But once we stop and I like get out of the flow and like have to like do a big turn to get back into like the position where I need to be, that's when like I start to get like a little like fucked up. I
know. And I noticed that for me too, is like I'm like actually feeling the motions that I'm supposed to be feeling and really riding it good. And then that's when I really start to pick up speed. And it's like, you are slowing yourself down with each turn, but I don't know when my brain will ever believe that. I don't know if and when my brain will ever believe that, because then I start riding straight across. Like I literally, it's not an S curve. It's me and Ian were making jokes that it's Z. Like I'm literally just going. Like
you're zigzagging down the mountain.
Because I'm like, I need to slow myself down. But like whenever I'm actually in the flow, it's like feels so good. But then I start going fast and I get scared in my brain. And
sometimes I get scared in my brain when I'm going fast, and I'm like, if I fell right now, it hurts so fucking bad. And then that's like not what you should be thinking about.
No,
like,
I know.
Then you start thinking about that you're gonna fall. But it's it's scary. But then I slow myself down because I was like, holy shit. And I feel like it's like, yes, you can fall on skis, but I feel like it's so much harder to fall on skis than like catching an edge on a snowboard is like so easy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes. It's easier to fall down on a snowboard 110%. That's why I hated it.
Yeah. So it's like when I'm going fast, I'm like, I make one wrong move right now and I'm like flying.
Yeah. The only time I fall is if my hands or shoulders end up behind me. I have a whole scoliosis thing that I realized that I'll show you off the pod because you guys don't care. I thought you meant just like when you're going really fast though, like on a snowboard, you can kind of just fall to your butt if you don't know how to stop or whatever at the time, like me. Where like with skiing, it's like you do not want to fucking fall.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's scarier to fall when you're skiing than when you're snowboarding.
Yeah.
I don't know. It fucking sucks either way. But I did fall one time when we were in Keystone.
Yeah, I fell and hurt my knees.
I
when we went the other day.
know.
But they're fine now. It's okay.
Made me sad.
It's okay. It was just the first run. So, and it was like kind of icy and there wasn't much snow. So it just made me more timid to fall again because I could tell how hard the snow was and how much it hurt that first time. So I just rode more timidly than I like would have normally. But
yeah, I was so shocked that you guys were saying it was icy because they went like 3 days after me and Ian were in Keystone, and there was like a lot of the run that we kept doing over and over there was shaded parts of it, and like there was this part where like I don't really know anything.
I know what you're about to say.
I'm running through powder.
Rode in fucking powder, and she just doesn't know what that means. She rode
like,
in like probably like a little bit of like fluffy snow.
It was just fluffy snow.
That was like probably like this much snow.
It was nice fluffy
when people
snow.
are talking about powder, it's like you're like in it up to your like shins.
I'm so sorry if any of our listeners like actually know how to ski or any of this shit. Like, I'm not acting like I know. All I know is the outfits, okay? And that's the other thing is that everybody's so fucking, I mean, I guess there's two sides of the internet culture around these winter trips and stuff, because most of the outfits that you see people wearing, like, you really can't ride that on the mountain.
Yeah.
It's like a base layer. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it is so annoying how I just don't like when people are gatekeepy, period, unless I'm the one doing it. But like I just, God, let me think of my words. Sorry. I'm basically trying to explain how if people want to go to the mountains and be cute and wear fluffy clothes and wear that Amazon ski suit, let them.
Let them, but they're going to be miserable.
They're going to be miserable, but they can learn. Like, they can learn the hard way. But it's also like a lot of my snow stuff that I got online was ASOS and worked well for me.
Well,
I mean, now it
ASOS
broke.
is like way more nice and expensive than Amazon. That's like a nice clothing brand.
Is it?
Yeah, ASOS has nice shit.
I mean, I just feel like, I don't know, some of the stuff I got from ASOS was cheap and disappointing.
Oh, really?
But no, I do really like ASOS, but it's not like a ski brand in any way.
Yeah.
It was just kind of one of those, like, whatever. So I just feel like let them, they can learn the hard way, or plug things like ASOS that have cute stuff. Like, I just feel like it's like people don't have the money to invest in, like,
that's
the
what
top
I was
gear.
about to say is like a lot of these people visiting are going to do this once a year. They're not going to buy like a $600 fucking jacket and then like a $400 bib. Like, that's just insane.
Exactly. But I do remember I think Morgan had one of the Amazon ski suits on one of the trips and soaking wet.
Yeah.
Like, and it was the material.
Yeah.
It was like the snowproof material, like, looked like and felt like, but then she ended up soaking wet. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, because it's cheap.
I know, but that's just so weird.
That's why skiing and snowboarding is like a bougie rich person sport.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive AF.
It's so expensive.
But we can also buy used things.
But something on
all
the
my
ski-
stuff is used.
Yeah.
Boots, bib, jacket. My helmet's new. My goggles used. All of it.
Oh, wow. Look at her.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Well, I mean, I just have rentals for my boots and my skis, but helmet was Ian's. Goggles are my new ones. Poles are my new ones. Ian got me ski poles for Christmas. But another exciting thing that I'm kind of annoyed that I told you about. Another exciting skiing thing is that my little sister Nykeria
I know
is going to be a ski queen. So, I mean, I don't know if I've ever even talked about Nykeria on the pod. Maybe.
I don't think so. Give her a little intro.
Okay, so Nykeria is my little sister in Florida. Shout out to you. I did Big Brothers Big Sisters for 4 years before moving to Colorado, and so like she was my little sister through Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I'm obsessed with her, and she's obsessed with me, and we're together forever, and I love her. And so she's obviously from Florida too, not a skiing vibe there. But her aunt and uncle have been taking her East Coast skiing, and this I think is like her third time, and it's like, oh my God, imagine an episode with Nykeria.
Oh my God.
We would have to edit a lot out. That girl is crazy. Oh my God. I really wish I could like call her right now.
Like,
just to give an intro, because like when we were talking about people that aren't scared of speed, I could just imagine her going straight down the mountain screaming. Like,
yeah, she would
but
be screaming.
happily,
Yeah.
like not screaming out of fear, like
Yeah.
screaming like the Joker psychopath
Yes.
she is.
Yeah.
And so I'm just really excited that she's learning how to ski, because then when she comes out here, we can all ski together, and I just can't
That's
even.
so cute.
Like, I can't even comprehend like the thought of being on a mountain with her. Like, that's so exciting, just because, like, again, like Florida, like we would always be at the beach and everything, like. And so she told me she was going for Christmas, and then I saw her location, because I have her location, on Christmas, and she was in Jensen, or she was in Stewart. So I was like, what the hell? But then I got a notification today that she did like a really long drive. And so I checked her location again, and I think it was like Crystal Mountain or something. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But East Coast, so try.
So when she comes out here, she's gonna be so good.
I know,
'cause
she's
it's
gonna be
like
so
much
good.
harder to
Yeah,
do the East
she's gonna be
Coast
so
stuff.
good, and she'll be so happy, and she'll be like, I'm never going there again.
Yeah,
And she'll be like, we need to go to Colorado, and I would love that.
she's so cute.
How many people's location do you have? Like 20?
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot. 20 probably. Some people I've met once.
Ian has 2.
That's so funny. No, literally, there's this one girl that I went to a concert with, probably talked to her for like an hour, and she like wanted my location so she can find where I was when she went to the bathroom. I shared for the end of the day because I'm like, I just met you. I don't even know you. Apparently, she shared until forever.
Indefinitely?
Yeah,
That's me.
And I'm like, okay, I have this random girl.
No, literally.
Like, I don't know her last name, don't know like her job, like don't know anything about this girl, and I still have her location. I'm like, okay.
Where was that?
The Tyler Childers concert.
Oh my God. So she's here. She's around.
Yeah. But yeah, and some of the people, we were actually looking at it the other day. Like, I have people all over the U.S., which
I
is
know,
kind of fun.
I
Like,
love
it's like
seeing that.
covers the whole thing.
I love seeing
And
that.
sometimes, like, my old roommate Rachel, she's a flight attendant, so sometimes she'll be abroad and stuff like
Oh
that.
my
And it's really cool to
God.
see there being like so many different things.
That is really cool.
I love sharing locations. Like, people that think it's weird, like, I get it at first. People that share their locations on Snapchat.
Oh no,
to just
that's
anyone. That's like,
wild
actually-
behavior.
actually crazy.
No, like I feel like they just don't know it's on.
No, they do. Like, the people in like high school and like the like that age where like Snapchat is like their only form of
Yeah,
communication. They all know that their thing is on all the time.
Yeah, because I have like just being well, now I'm a college graduate, but being with all the youth that were or that age where they literally are like, I'm like, we have to like get together and make a group message for our group project, and they're like, okay, give me your Snapchat.
That's like so fucking weird to me.
I've done 2 group projects planned out of Snapchat. I am so
I don't understand.
But okay,
I don't understand.
can we take a moment for my adaptability?
Yeah.
You're welcome for not being like, you guys got me fucked up thinking that I'm planning. And every time someone sends a message, I'm saving it. Every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were literally, yeah. So whatever. That was
I
a side
know.
note.
I don't get it. They're so weird.
So like again, like I have all these random people that aren't even maybe necessarily were even my friends in classes,
Yeah.
but like I have their Snapchat from group projects or whatever. And I'll see their locations and I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So if I open up my Snapchat on Fort Collins, I see all these random ass people. You'd be like, Kelly,
Yeah.
I've never even heard you talk about that.
Exactly. It's so weird to me.
I would
I'm
be
like,
creeped
guys,
out.
Put it away.
Because it's like, I mean, I'm home 95% of the time. So it's like anyone would know where I live.
Exactly.
Pretty sure I know where this one girl lives. Pretty damn sure.
Kelly, that's so funny.
No, I totally agree. And then it's like so weird when it's like, okay, because like, I don't know. I obviously forever thought that it came up in the text where it said location, stop sharing location with you. But then that happened to me. Someone stopped sharing their location with me and it didn't say it. Or did it? I don't think it did. And then I tried it with you and I stopped sharing my location and I was like, did it come up? And you said no. Right?
I don't remember. It didn't really have to do with me, so I wasn't like remembering.
Whatever. I feel like that is the most awkward fucking thing in the world when it comes up in the text saying blah, 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 stop sharing location with you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
No, it's like major shade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like, oh, you don't want me to know where you are, like
I know.
miles and miles away.
But there are like people that it's like I don't even think it comes up as a notification. I think you have to like go to the text. But there are people that have my location that I'm like, I should really unshare this.
I don't
One time
care
I wasn't
at
friends
all.
with someone for like 2 years and I realized they still had my location.
I mean, yeah, there's some people on mine about,
But like
I
you
literally
did,
don't care.
I feel like you've never had like a dramatic falling out like I have with people.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can say it was Shayna.
And the two people that I did have like a dramatic falling out with, I think we like pretty quickly stopped sharing locations with each other. I don't really remember it happening.
I think it was so long ago. Like, think about when that fallout was. I think it was so long ago that like sharing locations wasn't as much of a thing. And so I just wasn't thinking of who had it. And like when people are far away, they're further at the bottom.
Yeah.
Or like when it can only say blah, blah, blah can see your location that's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
So like I think I just didn't notice for a while. And when I fucking noticed, I was like, that is scary.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
I hate when it says can see your location. I'm like, guys, share it with me too.
Oh my God. And you know, this is why like I just like wish all of our listeners just knew everyone in our lives so that when I reference them, they can like find it as funny as like we do. But like when I was home for the reunion, I was hanging out with Stephanie and she's like, do you have, send me your location. We need to share locations. And I'm like, Steph, I've had your location for so long. She's like, what? Really? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, this is my new thing. I just like to
Oh
look.
my God.
She's literally talking like a fucking boomer.
Oh my God, this is my new thing. That's hilarious.
She's like, this is my new thing. I just like to see where all my people are on
That's so
my
funny.
friends. I'm like, Steph, why are you talking like you're my grandma right now?
No, that is so Steph and so funny. You look at it all the time. Like I
All the
don't
time.
look at it unless like I need it for some reason.
See, in my mind, I'm using it for a reason, but like I've made so many reasons in my head of why. Like if I send you like a Snapchat or a text I'm really excited about, and like it's literally been a minute and you haven't texted, I'm like, let me see where she is. Maybe she's busy, or like. I don't know. Like I've just found so many
thinking
reasons.
The other day, I want to turn my like red receipts on for you, so you like know when I'm just not looking at my phone and like haven't seen it, so you can like have.
Well, I don't think it would make much of a difference because normally I know you're not on your phone 24/7.
Yeah.
And when you do respond, like when you're not responding, you're literally in yoga or at work.
Yeah.
Or cleaning. So I was like, sorry, I was cleaning. Bitch, you don't have something playing that you hear that you get a text come through?
No.
Well, I do. But that's also not good.
Wait, this is a good segue.
Okay, we have a good segue. Whew, thank God. Breathe some life. Breathe some life into it.
So I was watching, I'm bringing up like Alana again, like that interview of like her on Brooke and Connor. And she was talking about, she asked them like, do you guys ever turn your phones off? And they were like, no, absolutely not. And Brooke was like, Alana, I sleep with it under my pillow. Like even at night, like she was like, I do not turn my phone off, which like having my phone off hasn't happened in years. Like, remember your phones used to die sometimes and like
I know,
stuff like that. When has your phone been turned off?
Well, you know I have a phone addiction, so when my phone dies, sometimes I don't plug it in to.
Oh, interesting.
You've said there was something that happened, and you were like, the one time her phone is dead, and I like wasn't charging it. Oh my God, what the fuck was it? It was like a Giggly Squad thing or a Good Children thing, something. Oh, Jake liked our story or reposted it or something like that.
Yeah.
And man is like trying to text me about it and my phone's dead. And you're like, what?
Yeah, I was
Is
shocked.
she dead?
Yeah. That's what I would assume. If your phone's dead, you're dead.
Yeah, no. I sometimes like let it die. And then yesterday it died in the middle of the night and I let it be dead for some of the morning. I think I didn't turn it on until like noon.
Wow.
But that was because I didn't wake up until
impressed.
like 11.
You're better than me, honestly.
Well, it's because I have such an addiction that
Yeah.
it's like it's so freeing. And like sometimes, you know, I lay on my couch a lot and sometimes I'll lose my phone and I'm like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking for my phone right now.
Yeah.
And I feel so at peace.
That's what
I'm
what I'm
really
getting to.
chasing. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Keep going.
Okay. Because I'm sorry to segue, but it's still the same thing. We're like, I'm really, really chasing that feeling for 2025. I keep wanting to say 2024. For 2025 of just like,
Peace?
it's okay. Peace and presence. Like peace and
Yes,
presence
yes,
where it's just like, I don't know, like, you know, that I can just spiral in my head and I just like think of all these things and the decision making and like, what should I be doing right now? And it's like, you literally don't need to do anything. Just relax. And then it'll come to you of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm really working on that. And that's the same feeling I get when my phone is off.
Yeah. So Alana says the way she practices Shabbat, which is like every Friday from like sundown to like Saturday morning at like sunrise, you're just like supposed to really relax, and like a lot of people spend time with their families and have a dinner and just like really cherish like each other. And so she says like her way of practicing, she turns her phone off from Friday at sundown till like Saturday morning. Like,
see, that sounds great.
A whole night where your phone is off. And when I was picturing that in my mind, doing that, the presence that I would feel having it off and knowing it was just off for that amount of hours, and the fact that I haven't had that feeling in so long was like so alarming.
Like, no
me.
one can reach out to me.
Yes, and
if
it's like everything's fine.
Yes.
It's like, and you just be present with the people you're around and like ignore all of it for a few hours. And it was crazy that thinking about that in like a 12-hour span, how I'm like, that seems so insane to me. Like, it seems so crazy, and how different that it would make me feel. And it's weird that I feel the opposite of that all the time.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, we're just like, it's just our natural way of being now is like this extra little bit of stress because of the phone.
Yes.
I know. And I listened to the most amazing meditation that I honestly feel like I should somehow, maybe I'll just like share it to our Instagram story or something. But like, it was called like changing the scarcity anxiety mindset to one of like abundance, which is something me and you talk about quite often, of just like, it kind of also justifies our way of living.
Yeah. And it's more like the like not saying like I'm poor.
Yes. And just like understanding that like truly whatever I truly need, I have or is coming to me. You know what I mean? Just really knowing that and not feeling like, and that's like the social media plays into us, that scarcity feeling, because we sit and we see all this stuff. Speaking of like like what I was saying with like the way that they've like made a winter trip have to look now with being on Instagram is like so much. And like, wait, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, it's just the pressure that we have put on us. It's like, oh, the next outfit, oh, the next thing, oh, the next whatever. Like, oh, my house needs this organizer and all this stuff. And it's so overwhelming, and we don't understand, and we don't realize how much we're like digesting and taking that in. And even with like all the knowledge out there now, and like people like me and you, like, we're not dumb to the social media stuff. Like, we know it's fucking fake. We think we put it through a filter.
And that's why with you saying that, I'm like, yeah, I hear people talk about this all the time. Like, oh, like these unrealistic beauty standards. And it's like, I totally get that part of it. But the stuff you were listing just now, like the home organizers that I think I might need, or like the aesthetic of the winter trip. Like that is something like I want, because I see it and I'm like, that looks
so
awesome.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it is a pressure that probably wouldn't be on me if I didn't look at that.
No, we would never. And
I like to think that it doesn't affect me, and it definitely does.
And that's what I was getting to, where like even us who try to be very aware of this and be like, you know what, like, that's the picture, but the reality of this was stress. Like even the winter trips and stuff, like when me and you try to make content, it's not fun. It is not fucking fun.
Some of it's fun.
Okay, some of it's fun.
We have fun.
But like, I just think like us dressing up in those outfits, 100% will have fun. But then it's like trying to like get this picture perfect thing. It's like, I see those things and I'm just like, you guys spent 3 hours to get this TikTok.
Yes. When I see people that do that and I know they took so long to do it, I'm like, that could never be me.
Yeah.
But I'm someone that really, really enjoys taking pictures, and I don't think I make it like a weird thing where like I have to get the best shot. Like, I think we can just like, we do have fun doing it.
Well, that's what also I was getting into, because you guys know I've talked about hating content creating like multiple times now. And I just figured it out of like, just do what you're doing, have fun, get the shots and the stuff while you're doing it. Don't stress or do things to get shots. Just like whatever ends up happening, look at it at the end of the day and you will have something.
Yeah.
You will have something. But whatever. So basically it's just like so weird, like these extra pressures that we put on ourselves beyond like the stuff everybody talks about. And so that meditation was so good. And I think it was 6 or 7 minutes. And I said to Ian when I finished it, I said, well, I'm a different person after that meditation.
Oh my God. I get it.
It was so good. And it's just so easy again for me to not because like what I was saying, like it's so easy for me to not want to buy into that consumerism and like you need this now and now you need this and like the never being satisfied, all that stuff. So once I can acknowledge that's how I'm feeling, I'm like, oh wow, this is not how I want it. Like this is all capitalism getting to me, and I am against that. And if you want to resist capitalism, don't fall into the shit.
Oh my God, but we were just talking about how we love buying things.
I know, but I just
and
think
how it
that,
makes us really happy.
okay, but we're also the intellectual airheads, so it's like
we can be both.
we can be both, bitch. We can be both. We're marketers, we're influencers, and we're anti-capitalist resistance.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
But speaking of the anti-capitalist and the resistance, so there's something that I kind of don't know if I sent it to the DMs. I'm going to go into the first part, and then we might have to. I saw. So this is kind of like, again, like a local thing. Is Kirkland's everywhere? Kirkland's home stores?
I don't know.
Okay,
I just went to that one in Jensen store all the time.
Yeah,
it was
so
right on the border. Is it Jensen Stewart? Jensen,
yeah. So Kirkland's is like a home decor store that is in Jensen, and like where we grew up, and like I loved going in that bitch. That was like the OG Home Goods. It smelled so good. They would have the little different sections of like why can't I think of words today? Themes. Yeah. So like there would like be like, oh, the aquatica like area and like the nautical or whatever. Because again, we're in Florida, so I feel like that was like everything, and like the safari stuff. Like I just love that store. I saw on Facebook the other day, Jensen Beach Locals. It's getting replaced with a Five Below.
Oh, that sucks.
Which I just think that captures everything that's going on in the world, because like Kirkland's was like a nice home store. Like the stuff in there wasn't cheap, but it was made well, and you were buying it as this piece that you're investing in your home. And shit just isn't available like that anymore unless it's over $1,000. Like you couldn't even get this as like a, well, actually this is nice. Also, you gave me this as a gift, so I probably shouldn't shit on it. But I'm just trying to say, like, you can't like find nice little things in your house anymore unless it's literally over like $500. And
it's very extremist. It's like you either buy like a piece of shit, really cheap thing, or it's so fucking expensive. Like there's nothing for the middle class.
And that's what I'm saying. And so the majority of people are having to resort to buying at places like Five Below, which is like you just end up, it's like the being poor costs more money type of like theory.
God,
where
that
it's
thing,
like
that like makes me so mad.
I know, I know.
Like 3 times a day.
It's really fucked up.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this is, where it's just like we can't afford a $500 thing to put in our house, so let's go to Five Below and we'll buy something for $15 because that's affordable and exciting. Oh, look, we got this thing for $15. It's broken in a year. Not even.
Yeah, not even.
Now you have to buy another thing. Now you have to buy another thing. And so it's just like, I just don't really know where things, like, I just don't know where this is going to go because it's getting so bad.
Well, and there's like a new documentary, which I haven't watched it, but I heard people talking about it, of like, it's really bad for the environment too. Well,
that's what the next thing I was going to get to was something I posted on our on the Intellectual Airheads Instagram story. Follow us. About how, and that's what I wanted you to look up. Can I see your phone actually? Okay, so I'm just like reading this off of, this is the most research we've ever done. But this is from Commons Earth Instagram. So they're like, you know, environmental activist type thing. So it says, from 2016 to 2021, we globally consumed over 75% of what we did for the entire 20th century.
Whoa.
The entire 20th century, we consumed over 75%.
That like gives me goosebumps.
In like 5 years. And then, so since 1970, our global population has doubled, but our global resource extraction has tripled. We currently have enough clothing on the planet to dress the next 6 generations. This is the one. This is the one that really grinded my motherfucking gears, and I posted on the story and said, yeah, it checks out. The average consumer now buys 60% more clothing items than they did 15 years ago, but keeps them for only half as long. Because of what I was just saying, where it's like everything is either... anything well made is so expensive that the average person cannot afford it. And then you are left to buy things from, even like you're saying, ASOS is like a good place. It's like I got those jeans from there 3 years ago, and one's completely ripped up and the color is completely faded. So it's just like, what the hell are we supposed to do when I'm spending $85 on jeans and they're lasting 2 years?
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
And it's like, we're not going to have like vintage clothing anymore because nothing's going to last.
Nothing's going to last.
Like there's no, like in a lot of the like 80s, 70s, like those clothes still stand strong.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not going to happen anymore.
Another thing to sprinkle in here that I saw today, because I'm doing a lot of research for the podcast, was that goes along with this, was that homelessness went up 18% in 2024.
Whoa.
18%.
Oh my God, you're
in 1 year.
Goosebumps again. Ugh.
It is not fun being in late stage capitalism. Impulse purchases have increased 72% since 2020.
100%.
Since 2022.
100%.
Like,
yeah.
see, I can't do the impulse purchases. I get a lot of anxiety. Like those ski bibs that I was planning on buying for the last 2 months, I was so scared to buy.
No, I am such an impulse buyer. It's insane. But like I said, like I get like no thoughts. It's like very like manic. Like I don't get anxiety because I'm just like, click,
oh my
click.
God, this one's bad. Out of the 1 billion packages that entered the U.S. in 2022, 1/3 of those came from Shein or Temu.
Whoa.
Okay, but the thing is we're not telling you to shop on Shein or Temu. Sorry, Danny. Amanda says her dad loves Temu. So yeah, follow Commons Earth Instagram. I don't know. That just like when I saw those things, I was so disgusted and angry. And it's just also like frustrating because like I don't know how as the individual to make any change with this.
I know.
And it's like as the social justice activist I am, you could say the same stuff with racism, with homophobia, with sexism. I'm just one person. What can I do? And I still say, make the fucking change, be the fucking change, unlearn and relearn. But I'm such a hypocrite when it comes to the environmental activism. Like I'm so bad at recycling. I'm so bad at, I'm not that bad at buying secondhand.
No,
I'm not that bad at that.
You're not that bad at that. But
I
I
could be
also
better.
think like it's less like unlearning and changing our habits. It's like you said, it's money.
I know, you're right.
It's like if I had all the money in the world, yeah, I would buy the nice stuff and keep it in my closet forever.
Yeah, because
but
like
it's
the
like I
environment,
don't.
the environment stuff isn't as social, I guess, as the other issues are. It's a lot more like money and power, which it all is, but it's so hard because, and then I should have done more research, but like when you look at the emissions and stuff, it's all coming from like 4 or 5 big ass companies. Like it's all coming from them. And then people want to be like, Taylor Swift is flying private. It's like, it is not safe for that woman to fly on a regular plane.
No, it is not. She's also donating so much money and like helping people's lives so much. Like fuck off.
She's not the one to like fight against. It's all the people that we don't know their names.
And it's like things like Party City closing down.
I know.
Because everyone buys their shit on Amazon. And I'm not going to say I'm not buying on Amazon. I love Amazon. But like that sucks.
But I go to Party City.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad because Club Cloud ordered off Amazon.
Yeah, I fully assumed you got it off at Party City.
I know, but I did order that off. That was like the first party I ever did off Amazon. So, and I was a loyal customer. So that really shows you that that's so fucked up. Party City. I'm so sad.
And I think it also, I'm going like way too deep into it and it's not even like that much of a thing, but it's also taking away like the social aspect of like going to a store and buying things and just being around other people. And it's like when everyone's like ordering their groceries and ordering stuff on Amazon, it's like no one's going out in public and being around each other.
I know.
I had such a wonderful conversation with the cashier at Trader Joe's the other day, and it's like
it's always Trader Joe's.
That wouldn't have happened if I ordered my groceries.
I know. It's
like
really,
we're really taking all the connection, like the human to human connection, away by like just all of this shit.
I know, like, because I didn't think I was going to be able to get anyone presents for Christmas, and then for graduation I got all this money and I was like, turn up, but then I was like, oh no, I have to go in person. And it was so fun.
Yeah,
going in the stores. I went to, and you know me, I can normally only go to like 1 or 2 stores. I went to like 4 or 5 and I was just like in the flow and everything was working out perfectly and I was finding good spots and it wasn't super overwhelming because it was like the 22nd or something. It was close. And I just actually had such a good time actually going in the stores, and like that's just, I don't know. And along with what you're saying, and the way I took it, again, I'm going to preface this by relationships come in all different sizes and shapes and functions and whatever. And like whatever works for you and your partner works for you and your partner. But to go along with like the human connection thing, I saw that like it's a new thing to live separately.
Oh, I
from
think
your
that
partner.
was a lie.
Oh, okay.
I just don't believe that.
What did it? I wish that I remembered
did
exactly
see that
more of what
too.
it said.
No,
but it was just
literally
saying like more
couples
people
are living separately to
Yeah.
like maintain the relationship. I'm
Yeah,
like,
to maintain
there's
their
no fucking way.
relationship. It was
There's
like
literally no way.
Yeah, it was like so
I called
funny.
bullshit on that so quick. I'm like, I'm not believing
Okay,
that
that's
for a
good.
second.
Amanda said fake motherfucking news.
Yeah.
Because I was reading it and I wish that I actually screenshot it and paid more attention because there was like the things that it was helping. It was like to the one that stood out to me the most that goes with the conversation was that it says it helps keep independence. And of course there should be independence in a relationship, but like I have such a problem with that word. I really read it. I'm like the conservatives that see socialism and like freak the fuck out. I see independence and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Independence? That doesn't go along with my woke agenda. But seriously, that's ridiculous. Like relationships need to be a team effort, whether it's like romantic or platonic or anything. Like you shouldn't be creating space, in my opinion. I don't know.
I mean, creating space is one thing. Living in separate houses is a totally different thing.
To keep your independence, like that's crazy.
It's
I'm like maybe you just shouldn't be together.
Yeah, learn how to do that on your own, and you can like live amongst people and have independence.
I know. It was just okay. I'm glad that you just called bullshit. I like read that and I'm like, oh great, this is now happening.
There's no way. There's literally
it's also
no
like
way.
no one can afford that. Like people are broken up and living together because they can't move out. Like
no, I think that was just like a clickbait like type.
Well, they
of
got
thing.
me.
Yeah, they did. No, that is so stupid.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. We're not doing that. We're coming
I mean,
together.
like,
We're all moving out to
I've heard
compounds.
people saying like having separate bedrooms or like separate spaces to like go.
That makes sense.
That's totally
That
makes sense. And I think that could be really beneficial for a lot of people.
For sure.
Like especially like not to bring up like Taylor and Liam, but like Taylor likes her room decorated a certain way, but like Liam has also like this other stuff that he really likes, and it's like he has his room to put all his shit in.
Yeah,
it's not like he sleeps in there. But like his like all of his little toys and trinkets and like little things that would just look weird in like Taylor's room. It just
No, yeah, totally. I mean, this is my room. This is where I go when I need some space for my annoying ass freaking boyfriend. Oh my god.
Fiance.
Did you guys know? Yeah, we had our first Christmas engaged. No big deal.
Oh my god.
First of 3. Just kidding. It'll only be 2. No, 25 and 26.
Okay, when are we gonna start planning?
I don't know. Okay, so I think that I covered everything. Again, you guys.
Wait, I didn't.
Okay. In the meantime, Amanda figuring it out, you guys need to send
it is.
the podcast to 5 intellectual airheads that you're friends with that don't know about the podcast, and then let us know, and we'll give you a hug. Okay.
Yeah, just be like something you thought you might be interested in. Boop.
Yeah, just text it to them. And literally, it's so easy. You should probably send the video, though.
I was talking to you about this the other day, but I have been working through my guided journal, which like I'm so happy you had mentioned that the other day about when I was talking about how I feel weird when I'm writing in my journal and I like kind of would like a prompt and you're like guided journal, and I was like, how did I never think of that? And it honestly is so much better and is so much more what I need. Like just give me a thought-provoking question and I'll word vomit it out.
Yeah.
But I cannot just think of it off the rip. And so it's been so wonderful. And one of the questions that it asked me the other day that I just want to put in practice in my life of becoming more aware of, so I just wanted to share it on here in case you want to do this as well. But the questions were, what makes you feel like yourself? And what were some of the things that you said makes you feel like yourself?
I forget. Being with my friends. Being with my cats. Recording the podcast.
Yeah,
I said
you
the
had
podcast.
a bunch of stuff though. When I told you the other day,
well,
you
I was also
literally
like drunk, and I could just say anything.
Just ripped. You're like this.
Yeah,
I know so many things that make me feel like myself. Which that was like that question was a lot easier for me And I, like, one of them was being with my friends, and
recording the podcast is one of the times I feel most like myself.
Yeah, I agree. And that one was easier. And then it was like, what makes you not feel like yourself?
No, I think that's the one that I ripped off on.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And I was like, I have no idea. And I think it falls into like the way people pleasing shows up with me is that when I don't feel like myself, I'm not thinking about myself. I'm doing things for other people.
Yeah.
And I'm not even putting it through the lens of what I would want in that situation. So it was so hard for me to even think of scenarios where I don't feel like myself. And so I'm just excited to start like taking notice of when that happens and like directing my life in more of a way that
Have you ever noticed it? Have you noticed anything since?
Not really. It's been a little bit like hard. It's like a hard thing to unlearn.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's like mainly like I was in therapy for I think like 8 months, and that was like mainly what we were focusing on, and it's still really really hard when it's something that I've done since birth.
Yeah,
it's like like it's really hard to unprogram.
Yeah. Oh my god, I feel you. It's so funny how mine's like the opposite problem. All I can think about is what I want to do. But no, I think that like that little quote thing that I think I might be already said on the episode that kind of goes along with like why I would be like so quick to be like, oh, I know what makes me not feel like myself is like I saw this thing and it was like, if you're only self-aware of the things you need to change and not self-aware of the things that you're good at, you're not self-aware at all. You're just really mean to yourself. And that is so me.
Yeah, that is.
Because it's like, yes, I can talk about things that I'm good at, but like it's so much easier for me to sit there and list off all my motherfucking issues.
Yeah.
And that mindset, live it like that being my forefront of like always thinking of what needs to be fixed instead of it maybe just more so being in the back of like my more self-awareness is what I'm trying to flip for 2025, and that's what gives me that peace. Is like,
I really like that quote. It
I know, me
doesn't
too.
really go for me,
Yeah.
but I like that for you.
I know. I'm going to talk about it in therapy. Oh my God. I texted I have therapy on Monday. And so I texted my therapist. I was like, hey, Joy, I don't know if like your phone's even on or like, because my therapist's name is Joy. Crazy. Or if like you're off right now or whatever, but I'm just wondering like when my next appointment is because I need that fucking session. And she told me Monday and I said, it's a Christmas miracle. I can't wait. She was fun laughing emojis.
You love making your therapist laugh.
I know. I really do. But yeah, so I'm excited. It's going to be good. But yeah.
Yeah, I miss therapy. But I have my little book. So
yeah, Minna has her guided journal.
That's my therapy.
Yeah, so everybody
next
get a
time
guided
I go
journal.
into therapy, yeah, the one that I got is called Becoming the One. And I really, really, really love it. I mean, I'm only like probably like 13 pages in, but I really like it so far. But I was thinking that next time I start therapy, I should just hand them that journal and be like, just read through this and you'll know what I need to work on.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. No, you should definitely bring it though, because there was this that like when I was in Florida going through therapy, my therapist was reading this book that had guided journals in it. And so you would read the chapter and then you would fill out the questions or whatever. And she was reading at the same time as me, and I would go in there and we would go over the chapters and go over what I wrote
I never
and
knew
stuff.
that. That's so
Really?
funny.
Yeah. So I think doing a guided journal is a great thing to bring to therapy. Like I think bringing that kind of thing to therapy and then going in there like, this is kind of what I want to do. I need you to help me make a plan to get there. I think those are the best ways to use therapy because they won't tell you, but a therapist is not there to give you advice. They will not tell you, well, they shouldn't tell you what to do, point blankly at least. You have all the answers within, and they're there to guide you to the answers within you. Wish someone would explain that to me when I started. I used to get so mad.
I know it is annoying. I still get mad. But like my therapist like did tell me in like certain ways that I was okay with. Like she would give me advice. Like it wasn't just like figure this out on your own.
Well, it's not like that, but it's like
I don't know how people like therapists when they're fully going through that modality, how they're not just like meditate.
Oh my God, I know.
You
Especially
know?
me. Imagine me. I don't know.
Because it's like that's like when like your thoughts get clear and you can like internally like go inwards to figure out your stuff. And it's like if you're just giving them like tools to help them go inward and figure out their shit, I would just be like meditate.
I know, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah,
I know. That's my problem too, because it works well for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how, if it works this well for me, how is it not going to work for you? It will. I know. I agree. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's some ways that they can give you advice, and like my therapist just like, I don't even know, whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even mean to, but a lot of times I'll sit there and meditate, and then that's when I want to go pick up my journal. Like,
yes.
it's right
It's
afterwards.
a chain reaction.
Yeah, it's like I'm not doing it with the intention of like I'm about to journal, but then I meditate and I'm like, time for me to journal.
Well, that's like what we said before, where it's like, okay, I'll do a 5-minute meditation, and then it's like another one, another one.
Give me another hit.
Because you just really don't know. You just don't know. But yeah. Okay, well, we love you guys.
Love you. Thanks for tuning in to another episode.
Comment, subscribe, like, rate us, follow us.
Yeah, wait, follow us on like Spotify or whatever, and like subscribe to the YouTube so our stuff pops up when we drop a new episode, so you know about it.
So you know about it every Monday.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely follow our TikToks and our Instagrams, and send it to 5 friends.
Send it to 5 friends.
To enter the raffle. Okay, love you guys.